Bening. Sabut.
Hai babes, jom makan.
Makan. Aku pening.
Lah, kenapa ni?
Baik kerja lah, penat.
Sabar, jangan marah-marah. Jom jumpa kawan I.
Siapa kawan ibu?
Dia akan solve semua problem you.
Betul? Tak sebut. Jom.
Kita tengok dulu.
Assalamualaikum and welcome back to Kopi Culture. Special in this episode in conjunction to the World Mental Health Day recently on the 10th of October. We will be interviewing Ms. Nasreen Ma, a professional brain health consultant as well as a neuro educationalist. She will speak more about the mental health issues and also the assumptions made by the society dismissing mental health issues as gila. Nak tahu lebih lanjut? Jom kita saksikan. Hi guys, together with me today is Nasreen Ma, a professional brain health consultant and neuro educationalist. How are you, Nasreen? Can you share more about yourself?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum everybody. My name is Nasreen and I've been in this field for 16 years as a neuroeducationalist first and foremost, and also recently being certified as a brain health coach. And also actually a guild certified Feldenkrais practitioner, which eventually all can come together to support people with any form of brain or body challenges. Of course, I can't treat everything. I am not a doctor, but I can support you guys with good knowledge for you guys to decide on what you want to, which pathway you want to take to get better. We ran a school for about 10 years. And the school was aimed at children's foundation building, which is in the brain and the body. And from there, we branched off into working with young adults and eventually adults. So we've been working with children and adults for a long time, and I enjoy what I do.
All right, that's lovely. So in conjunction to the recent World Mental Health Day on the 10th of October, topik ni sangat dekat dengan saya lah, sebab saya semua akan rasa semua orang ada masalah, mungkin tak nak rasa mentally ill ke what not. So as a professional brain health consultant, what is your opinion if some in the society may dismiss themselves as may dismiss mentally ill as gila? Semua orang takut tu dengan term tu. So what is your point of view?
I think that it is quite tragic that we have that association to gila. I think that comes along with very traditional and cultural thinking, especially from a more, if we want to say the more generalized term for Malaysians, our belief system and all that. And I think it's time to put that aside and understand that it's to be kind to people. There's no need to label people as gila, and to be kind to them means understanding a little bit more about what is actually causing these mental issues, because the mental issue is not a state that you are, it's actually a side effect of certain irregulations in the body and in the brain, your chemical imbalances, your hormone imbalances that actually affects your brain function and causing you to become who you are. So labeling these people with mental illness or challenges as gila, I don't agree with it. I don't even agree with labels. I don't like to call people mentally ill, so that's why we like to look at it from a brain health point of view, where if you take care of your brain health, knowing that almost everything you do, everything you say, the words that you say, the decisions that you make, how you feel actually comes from your brain, then if you take care of your brain through what is necessary, and most important is movements and nutrition and good sleeping habits and communication and connection, then you have a better brain capacity to do things. So mental health is really a side effect of something. It's a result of imbalances, and so I personally I don't like people to be called
It's a bit
anything.
sad to hear from the society their orang kata tanggapan on this issue and stuff. It's like when we say about mental health, it's like health or mental illness is an illness. Sama macam kita jaga diri kita nak avoid jangan demam ke apa. What do? We eat healthy food ke
That's
apa ke. We amalkan gaya hidup yang sihat. We go on exercise. Oh, I didn't believe that it came from me lah. Go for exercise and stuff. So jaga diri lah. Basically it's a normal illness. Tak boleh nak classifykan tu habis demam apa pula kan. Macam tu.
Yeah.
Alright. So from your experience lah, any symptoms that you can share with our audience here for the public to identify whether do I need help ke, I ni sakit ke mentally ke apa ke, my brain health is not strong ke macam mana. Mungkin Puan Nasreen boleh explain.
Well, if you look at what is the ideal or the optimum, right, of an individual in life, technically we really would like to be happy, right, and we would like to be balanced, not easily angry, managing stress well and all that. So if you see a person who is actually doing all right in life and having things quite well balanced and they are managing life, then that's somewhat like the ideal. So anyone that is a little bit off of that, then you want to think, hey, hang on a minute, why am I getting angry so easily? You know, cepat marah sikit-sikit. It's like, oh, getting very irritated or not being able to focus, and then whether it's at work or in school or you know, doing homework or studying, you can't focus very, and you're getting frustrated with that. So these are some of the things that, you know, when you know that, hang on a minute, this is not the ideal, this is not where I would like to be, then you can always go and look for help and get support to say, I'm trying, I don't know what's happening, I can't get there, please help me. So if you're overeating or eating less, if you're not sleeping well enough, if you're if your body weight is not in the ideal within the BMI, and then you know something is not quite right, then do something about it and start by talking about it, and yeah, then hopefully you'll be directed to some help.
Alright, so do something about it, or maybe talk about it. How can, from your opinion, how can these people get help? Maybe who should they reach out to? Their family members, or there's a specific organization, or maybe there are experts who can, for them to rely on or maybe talk to?
Well, for one, since you're talking to me, they can come to me. I'm here, available at DRB HiCom. But I represent, and I founded Meaningful Activation as a consulting, it's not a company, it's an enterprise, but it's a consulting support for brain health. So people have come, I mean, that's what we do. So people come to us with their problems and challenges, whether it's children's issues, autistic or Down syndrome or behavioral issue, learning issue, anything with children, and then all the way to adults having body aches and all that, mental struggles, feeling lost and no direction in life. So we have people coming to us with very nice results and outcome. So you can definitely come to us. We're meaningfulactivation.com, Facebook and Instagram as well. But I mean, I'm not within reach to most people sometimes. So go to the closest professional that you can find, any psychologist or psychiatrist. But the closest people in your life could be the best people to help you sometimes, as your family members, siblings, friends. Just don't be ashamed of talking about it, because like you said, everybody have got their own challenges, and we're not here to judge. So find people who won't judge you, you feel comfortable with. I mean, I would say speak to God, but you know, it's really a personal choice.
Yeah. So don't be ashamed of maybe speaking about it. But it's just at some points it's within the society. Some people are a bit shy to admit it. Macam the first from the first questions, siap ada macam tanggapan about it, pasal mental illness and stuff. So about the employee wellness program in the RBI HiCom, how is it so far? Maybe if you can share more about the program, especially for those who are maybe scared or shy to undergo the program or the session itself.
Well, so far, I think since I started until now, I think I have done about almost 35 to 40 sessions, and that was end of July until now. And although I don't get all the feedbacks all the time, the feedback has been very encouraging, mostly rated 4 or 5, out of 5.
That's great.
And if the client does what they are supposed to do, then usually they see some good results. And some have had pain that they've suffered for like 20 over years, and then it just disappeared after one session, and they come and tell us, actually I feel really good and I don't feel that pain anymore. And so it's been very encouraging for me, because I get mostly, I think really most of it were very good feedback, and alhamdulillah for that. But the thing is, I think people are still unsure about what I can help them with. And the thing is, even if I can't help you with your issue, it doesn't hurt to talk about it, right? And because of the way I support the person, we're not just about talk therapy. I do have people lying down on the floor, and that's where we run the Feldenkrais functional integration session, which actually you have experienced.
Alamak, kantoi pula. Okay.
But yeah, so I think that really supports the release of tension from the body, and I can feel very much better when I touch the person, of course in a very acceptable way. And so yeah, I think for those who have experienced it, it hits them like, oh, I never knew that this would work, or I never experienced something like this before, and so the feedback has been very positive. I encourage people to come not just the one time, but come for a few times, so that you learn what you can do on your own, so that you can manage yourself much better, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
So that was what happened to me earlier lah. So I was thinking, should I go or should I not? Am I shy? I'm scared to undergo, scared of judgments and stuff. Tapi at the end of the day, it's a relief lah. It's a relief, because number one, you get a complete time or a session where you can share your problems without any judgment. Even at some points, kalau kita share dengan someone that know us, even within the family members or friends and stuff pun, akan ada at the end of the day slightly judgments, or you need to do this, need to do that and stuff kan. So when you have another party to examine, and then from a fresher look, lepas tu maybe go in depth with it. It's a calming session. I baring dah dekat sini semua. It's a very calming session lah. I think you guys should undergo the session. Boleh buat appointment dengan Puan Nasreen Ma di sini. Alright. So back to the main, in conjunction to the World Mental Health Day lah recently, on the 10th October, mungkin Puan Nasreen ada apa-apa ucapan to the public in conjunction to the day?
Well, like I said, if I don't think mental health as an issue, as it's actually a result of certain reasons, I would say we shouldn't have just the one day of World Mental Health Day. I think it's something that you should do every day to work on your brain health, because if your brain health is good, then hopefully one day we don't need to have this mental health day anymore, because then it's acknowledging that it's just part of our lifestyle that we should look into to take care of our brains and our body better, so that we can constantly have a stable mental state. Yeah, so I think But I do want to shout out to all those people who are working with people with challenges mentally and struggles. Keep up the great work, and yeah, I know your job is not a one-day thing, so
Yeah, lovely. That's lovely. Macam nak tearing up dah. Thank you so much Puan Nasreen for sharing. Tapi sebelum tu, untuk Kopi dan Culture, kita ada soalan special.
Oh my God.
Soalan special ni. Okay, so soalan special untuk Kopi dan Culture would be, did you remember the first movie that you've watched at the cinema? Tapi kalau tak ingat, maybe you can share a movie that has given most impact to your life, maybe.
I don't remember the first movie, but I do have a few movies that actually gave me a big impact. There's a few movies that made me cry. Like basically, those movies that make you cry usually gives you the impact. There's actually Forrest Gump. It really gave me this thing about being kind to people with challenges. A Beautiful Mind. Yeah, and I actually really like all the movies that are based on true stories about doing the impossible, and yeah, so those are the movies that I really like. Yeah.
Great. I should have watched some of the movies too.
Yeah, everyone should.
Yeah.
Because it brings us back to being human and connecting back with, hey, you know, we can actually do this instead of so much of the action-packed movies, you know. The fighting and the driving and the, you know, yeah, I mean, those are great, but yeah, I like the ones with values.
That's great. Okay, ingat the movies tadi yang Puan Nasreen dah mention. Kita semua kena tengok Alright, thank you so much. Thanks once again Puan Nasreen for your time, for your input and advices that you can give to our audience of Kopi dan Culture. We wish you all the best with your clients, and yeah, thank you. And stay tuned for the next episode. Bye-bye, Kopi dan Culture.